Hello and welcome to another update video about Quant. Quant is currently coming down. Since my last video about Quant, we've come down a bit further. We actually touched the $172 level, which is the 38.2% fib level. That's sort of the first, let's say, retracement level where Quant has a chance to turn around in this scenario here. I mean, again, there's a couple of scenarios here that are really of relevance. The first one is that Quant from here straight away moves up directly into this green area, which would then we can disregard here the yellow wave count. Yeah, we would then, I think, primarily still just be here in the original pattern that we talked about, that Quant moved up here in a wave 1, came down in a 2, and is now in the wave 3 and should reach in this third wave the area between 234 to $307 yeah, and then there will be a wave 4 down and a wave 5 up to complete the higher wave degree wave 1 before we then have a chance to buy back cheaper in a wave 2 retracement. Now that is sort of my, I wouldn't say even it's the primary expectation anymore, but it is highly likely still. Yeah, it is a highly likely possibility because we have not dropped far enough to dismiss this possibility, but we have dropped far enough to also make another possibility likely. So it really is difficult here at the moment. The second scenario is this one, that we moved up, that all of this movement here that we have currently in this third wave so far, that this is just, so we had here a 1-2 setup, and that this is just another 1-2 setup at the moment. Yeah. So in this second 1-2 setup, which would be a very bullish count because we would have a 1-2 and another 1-2. In this setup, we would come down in a wave 2 now and would ideally get into the region between $156 to $116. In a more extreme case, it could even come down to $102. So this would be then the next area where it can find major support should it drop below the $173 level. It would still be a bullish scenario, but it would be it would extend everything out a little bit. Yeah, so it would mean we don't push higher straight away, and we will see this deeper retracement in the yellow wave 2 before we push higher. So for me, the key level is the $173 level. I think if we come below that, then we'll see the 50% retracement at 156. Here we then have another chance to turn around. But yeah, I think, to be honest, I think if we come down that low, then we will have a very good chance, because we then broke above this wave 3 high as well, which is basically support level as well. If we get below that level, I think we will look at a deeper retracement here, to be honest, possibly all the way down to the $102 level. But bear in mind, we've got the 50-day moving average coming up here. There's the 20-day moving average here at 156 and the 50-day at 127. So these are probably going to provide some support as well. But I think sort of Quant is currently at a stage where the bulls don't really know, should I buy still aggressively? And the bears are already getting stronger because there's a lot of profit taking going on. So it is highly interesting at the moment. For me at the moment, this is a state of uncertainty. So I'd rather wait to see what's happening next, because yeah, it could go up from here. We have pulled to support, but it's not a support level that would be attractive for me because the retracement hasn't been deep enough to buy back in. For me personally, you can do what you want. So for me, whenever the count is a little bit unclear, it's sometimes good to just take a step back. For me, this retracement is a bit of a warning sign. Yeah, we have dropped out of this channel to the downside. So this is always a bit of a warning sign. We can also see that the MACD on the 4-hour has turned deep red, and we are about to break below the 0 line. So that's a bearish crossover. Here as well on the RSI, we are heading below 50. If we now look on the daily chart, you can see how strongly we now dropped out of the overbought range. And also the MACD shows that there is now a decrease in bullish momentum, but it's not entirely clear how much longer this is going to continue. The 8-hour though, which is always sort of giving away already what's going to happen on the daily, most likely, is coming down quite strongly here on the MACD. Yeah, we've had here that bearish crossover already when we broke below that ascending trend line. So yeah, for me, generally still a bullish chart. It just now is on, we now need to see where it finds support basically. Okay. I think below the $173 level, I would nearly say that we are already here in the wave 2 in yellow, but that unlocks much more price potential to the downside, as I said, possibly all the way down to that 102 US dollar level. I'd be extremely careful because it has been quite overbought, especially here on the 4-day chart. I mean, on the 4-day, which is more sort of the longer time frame trend, here no change. Yeah, this is still pushing to the upside, but as soon as you see this change, it's a bit of a warning sign. It's a bit too early to say that, but we now on the 2-day, we've got a bearish crossover on the RSI. So the signs, the longer this takes, the more we are going to see the downward momentum increase, I believe. Yeah, it hasn't moved over to the 4-day yet, but if it does, then I think we'll look at this deeper retracement in the wave 2. Okay, and that's my update about Quant. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.